Hello Church on Main and other friends that are watching. It's wonderful to be with you again. Yesterday we started looking at the theme of contentment, and we're going to be exploring that in the next few days. And we read from Philippians chapter 4, and I'll read that again, verses 11 to 13. This is Paul speaking. Not that I am speaking of being in need, for I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. And yesterday we looked at this book of Philippians, and we know that it's a happy book. It's considered to be this joyful epistle that Paul wrote, and we know that he wrote it from prison. And we looked at how that is possible, and it's because that Paul had learned the secret of being content regardless of his circumstances. It's this peaceful happiness that he had learned. Any parent of a small baby will tell you the greatest gift that they could receive is a contented baby. Why is that? Well, because discontent is hard. It's hard work having a discontented baby. Discontentment is very tiring. Our souls become exhausted and restless because of discontent. Let's look at what Jesus said. In Matthew 11, verses 28 and 29, Jesus said this, "Come to me, all who labor. Come to me if your soul is exhausted and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Paul had learned the secret of finding rest and contentment for his soul. He went to Jesus, the source of rest. He was able to be content whether he was in ease or whether in a difficult circumstance. C.S. Lewis put it this way, "Life with God is not immunity from difficulties, but peace within difficulties." Corrie ten Boom is a well-known lady. She is much loved, Dutch lady, who with her family hid Jews during the World War II from the Nazis, and they were caught, and she was placed in a concentration camp, and she experienced much suffering and hardship in that concentration camp. Miraculously, she was set free just a few days after her sister had died, but she was able to hold on to her faith. She had learned the secret, and she said, "Love is larger than the walls that shut it in," because she knew that God's love, when she held on to him, did not get shut in or shut out by the walls of the prison. She could experience God's love because that love is not shut in or shut out. One of the reasons contentment can be elusive is that we anchor our idea of fulfillment and satisfaction in sand that is constantly shifting. Corrie ten Boom in concentration camp and Paul in prison didn't know what their next day held, but their hopes were pinned on something that was solid and constant. They had found rest for their souls and the secret of happy contentment. As we go into today, my encouragement is that we anchor ourselves in God's love, his grace towards us, and his light and easy yoke. Be blessed today, and I will see you tomorrow.